In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I've been having to clear my throat a little bit here, but we're looking at look at that tower over there. This is how high up this camera is. I don't know how high that tower is, but it's pretty tall, I'd guess. And look how high we are above the trees. This is the Gina camera. This one is way out there, or way up there, and it is looking way out there. Here in Alexandria, we have some clouds this morning, but not a ton going on here. So it looks like we're going to stay pretty tranquil for today. Tomorrow doesn't look bad. I actually think the next 2-3 days are okay, and then we get some showers and storms into the area. But some clouds out there this morning, a little more moisture than we had in the atmosphere yesterday, so we will see a few more clouds. This front's going to get really close. I think we could see a few more storms out west in western Louisiana today, but I don't think the coverage is going to be that much here. So upper 70s, low 80s across the state right now. This is where we've been for a few days in the persistence forecast, where it's just the same old stuff. It looks like that's going to be the case the next few days here. Wind gusts up around 10, 15 miles per hour for today. And you can see there a few storms trying to boil up along that sea breeze, and those push out the outflows, and you get some gustier winds near those. But all in all for today, those storms are going to stay pretty isolated. Partly cloudy. Didn't even make a thunderstorm into the graphic here. Looks like 91 degrees by 4 p.m. 91, 92, give or take a degree where you are. That's what we're looking at for the high. From Detroit to Houston, we have that marginal risk for severe weather. You can see that kind of clips northwest Louisiana up there for Bossier and Caddo Parish. Down here, things are looking pretty tranquil, though. I think, again, we could see an isolated storm, but in most cases, you're going to stay dry. Here's the HRRR model showing most of that rain out west. Again, just a few little isolated showers and storms out here across our area, and those should fade out soon after the sun goes down. Now, further into the future, GFS model time here, just some scattered stuff for the next few days, so we go fast through that. And then all this stuff to the north, basically the high-pressure ridge to our south is going to kind of retreat down to the south. That's going to allow the jet stream energy to push into our area, and then you can just kind of see. It's going to be waves of showers and storms, kind of like what we saw early last week, but I don't think we're going to... We'll see some severe threat in this. I don't see it being quite as consolidated. We're going to have to keep an eye on things, though, as this is the time of year where we have plenty of instability out there. It's just that we don't have as much wind shear. Now, speaking of wind shear, the tropics, they don't like wind shear. The tropical systems, they want no wind shear. And in this case, it looks like the wind shear has won out. We don't have anything going on out there. Our little 10% lemon off the coast of the Carolinas is gone. Obviously, our rain totals are going up around here. We're up to about 1 to 3 inches in the forecast through Tuesday, and I think rain's going to linger beyond that. So that front's just going to kind of hang up. It's more of a dew point discontinuity than a cold front, but you can see it is going to cool us off just a little bit here. Upper 80s with more rainfall in the forecast Monday and Tuesday. We have 20% Wednesday, Thursday, 10% on Friday, and then rain chances, they ramp up through the weekend into early next week. So it does look like we are going to see a good bit of showers and storms. And then this, again, isn't so much a cold front as it's going to be around where we should be, because we're going to see such a coverage of thunderstorms that it's going to keep temperatures in the upper 80s most likely on most days. So here's your 8 to 14 day. This is the week 2 precip outlook. It looks like above normal precipitation. Looking at extended ensembles, I'm seeing just scattered storms every day, about a 50 to 60% coverage, which is a little higher than normal. So more precip than we would typically see in the middle of June. But the good news is we're still not looking for anything tropical. Latest GFS model, day 16 has a massive hurricane in the Gulf. Do not worry. That thing has been doing this for weeks, and it will continue to do it until it's right eventually. It's hopefully not going to be right on a big hurricane in the Gulf, but eventually it's going to figure this out and get something correct here. But for now, it looks like scattered storms pretty much from about Saturday through the next 10 days or so. So no real guaranteed dry time after we get through this weekend for a good while. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great Wednesday. I will see you back here tomorrow.